So, for a franchise as massive as Star Wars, it's strange to say this, but the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu doesn't feel like an event. In fact, might already be running into a major problem, one that anime fans know all too well. On paper, this movie should be a guaranteed hit. It brings back Din Djarin and Grogu, two of the most beloved characters in modern Star Wars, and continues the story from the Mandalorian. But instead of building excitement, there's a surprising lack of hype, and the reason might come down to how the story is being told. Director John Favreau reportedly had to rethink the narrative once the project shifted into theatrical movie. That means stepping away from ongoing plotlines like the Thrawn arc and instead crafting something more standalone, something more accessible even to people who haven't watched the movie. That sounds logical, but it creates a big issue because now the film risks feeling disconnected from the very story that made fans care in the first place. Now, this is where the anime movie problem comes in. For years, anime has struggled with movies based on popular shows that don't actually matter. Instead of continuing the main story, they tell side adventures, fun, flashy, but ultimately irrelevant. Whether it's Dragon Ball, Naruto, or One Piece, many of their movie falls into this trap, entertaining but completely skippable. They don't push the story forward, they don't change anything, so audience start to see them as optional. Now compare that to something like Demon Slayer. Its movie wasn't just a side story, it directly continued the main plot, and because of that it became a massive global success. That's the difference. People show up when the story matters. Right now the Mandalorian and Grogu doesn't seem to offer that same urgency. The marketing hasn't made it clear why this chapter is essential. Viewing it feels less like the next big step and more like an extended episode you could just easily watch later on streaming, and that's risky because Star Wars has already faced something similar before. When Lucasfilm experimented with a standalone anthology films like Solo, a Star Wars story, the idea didn't stick. After underwhelming results, those plans were quietly dropped. Now, history might be repeating itself. Instead of continuing major threads like the looming thread of Thrawn introduced in Ashoka, this movie appears to focus on smaller self contained adventure. And while that could still be fun, it raises a bigger question. Why should audience rush to theaters for a story that might not have lasting consequences? Sure, there will be action, there will be fan service, probably a few exciting cameos, but without real stakes tied to the larger narrative, it risks feeling disposable. And today's crowded entertainment landscape, optional is a dangerous place to be. Because whether it's anime or Star Wars, one thing is clear: audience don't just want more content, they want stories that matter. Thank you for watching. Bye.